Have you ever spoken to someone on the internet, someplace like Reddit, whereupon the person you're telling something to says, sources, citations? This always annoyed me, because it suggested that they wouldn't accept a statement from you unless it had been pre-thought by an authority figure. The fact that you might have an original thought never occurs to such people. To some people, truth is the unconcealment of something, a revelation. To others, however, truth is verificational correspondence. In other words, they don't perceive something as true unless they see it duplicated. Think confirmation bias. They have to see it someplace else, or else it's invisible to them. This makes them susceptible, of course, to echo chambers. This is the Achilles heel of the so-called non-playable character, who assumes that all truth is something that he's seen repeated somewhere. The echo chamber can be rigged to lie. According to Socrates, truth wasn't truth because an authority figure repeated it. Truth was more like revelation. He said, "We learn nothing. We remember everything." As if your mind was tapping into the Akashic records in the cosmos. Most great scientists and artists appear to do this when they come up with an original idea or invention. Their thoughts are unique. The non-playable character type of hive mind person can't grasp unique thought. Truth to them is something that exists through duplication. I've heard it 3 different places, therefore it's true. So NPCs can't see revelation for the same reason that they can't recognize genius in art. Genius is unique. It is by definition not corroborated. Nothing truly original is. So because it's not duplicated or even duplicatable, it's all but invisible to those of shallow intellect who prize quantity over quality. It's why they revere math. Math is based on quantities. The scientific method is also based on replication. In other words, on unoriginality. Aristotle's definition of a genius is not a mathematician, but a poet. The mathematician merely memorizes. He parrots. He operates mechanically. The poet has to come up with an original way to say something, which is vastly harder. The act of creation from a blank sheet of paper is much more difficult than merely running a Xerox machine for something that already exists. Oscar Wilde famously said, "The hardest part about being an artist is proving you have genius to those who don't." As flippant as he's being, he's right. It would be impossible to explain genius to people who didn't understand that truth is revelation. It's not verificational correspondence. To such people, the originality of art is invisible, as is the paranormal, as is religion. These are people cut off from revelation, from truth. It reminds me of how in the Bible the word apocalypse comes from the Greek word meaning revelation, unconcealing. This is what Heidegger described as truth. But to the non-playable character, truth is not revelation, but verificational correspondence. In psychology, they call this concept social proof, and it's how gullible rubes are manipulated. Social proof is when someone will discount the evidence of their own senses if everyone else says something different.